Touchdown, Raiders!
Check 1, 2. Good time zone, everybody. Thank you for the raid and the resub, Keck the Ronin. How was your stream, everybody? Welcome in. What's up, Jackie D, by the way?
Yo.
How's everybody doing? Hi to, let's see, Crow, Alpaca, and who else we have? Beck was here. My love. Hi, Stormbird. How's everybody doing this fine time zone? Really like God of War. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad it was a good stream. For those of you who don't know, my name is Annie. I use she, her pronouns. I'm an audio editor at Rusty Quill. All the things. That's Jackie D, he, him pronouns. There's all his info in chat as well. Commence the face fucking is fun. It's a good raid phrase. Before we get into stream, I am also going to say I 100% know that Jackie D and I have both been having a very good day today without having spoken to Jack before now.
Oh, yeah.
Because, holy shit, footballs, Chad.
Our team did its thing.
It was fucking incredible. So Naomi and I actually went to, Jack, we went to Sneakers, which is this, like, sports bar restaurant in downtown in our city. And, you know, we got there, like, shortly after kickoff, and the whole game was just so, the whole place, everybody was so into it, and everybody was on, you know, just like the energy was really fun in there. I don't get it that often. I don't really get to watch sports with people that often, so it was just like so nice
to feed off the positivity of the crowd. I mean, and everybody being so excited about our young player, you know, his first year. Oh.
Yeah, so chat, the fun storyline with the Niners. I know that none of y'all care sports, but I need to get it out of the way because it's going to occupy my whole brain otherwise. We have a rookie quarterback, the 49ers do, that was supposed to start for this year, and he only started a couple games before he fractured his ankle in a game and was out for the year. And we went back to our previous guy, Jimmy Garoppolo, who we managed to keep on the roster, and he has had the best year of his career until last week. He also rolled his ankle. He got his ankle rolled on really bad, and he's out for the rest of the season. And in steps this young gentleman named Brock Purdy, Purdy. And the thing about this guy that you have to know is he is a rookie, and he was drafted with the final overall pick in the draft, the very, very last person in the draft. So we had the very last pick this year, which is 170 something, 270 something. How many is 170 something? Isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Way the fuck back there.
Yeah, 176 I think was the Mr. Irrelevant pick this year, and so that's a position that's normally called Mr. Irrelevant, because it's basically the same thing as not being drafted. It is the very lowest person that anyone bothered to want. 262. There you go. It's the very last person that anyone bothered to even want on their team before letting go unsigned. And generally speaking, they haven't made that much of an impact. In fact, Brock Purdy is the first person ever drafted as Mr. Irrelevant to throw a pass in the NFL. No one has ever played in a game as quarterback who was drafted at Mr. Irrelevant. He came in last week very early in the game, won the game, and everyone was like, okay, he looks pretty damn good, but this is looking pretty bad for our season. You never get down to your third guy at the most important position on the team, arguably, and have a good time. That basically never happens for anybody. And so it normally was not looking good, except that he stepped in, and today I think he looked better than either of our other two quarterbacks. There was a handful of plays where things broke down, and there were people coming in coming straight at his face. I know how sexual it sounds, Chad. Hold your innuendos. But there were dudes running right at his face, and he managed to scramble, get out of the way, not get tackled, keep the play alive for longer, and make a really good throw down the field. And I don't think either of our other guys would have done both of those things. One of them would have got it out quickly enough to get a check down or just an incomplete instead of a sack. The other one would have scrambled away but had to run. I don't think either of them could have done both, getting away and completing the play, which means that we seriously have to have a conversation about whether this guy is going to end up starting if he keeps playing like this.
Yeah, if he can keep it up, it create some interesting conversation.
Yeah, and as Naomi points out, we were playing against Tom Brady, whose name you probably know, who came in his first season in much the same circumstance. And we absolutely fucking embarrassed the Tom Brady and his team, the Buccaneers, today. We won 35-7. So,
we pantsed Tommy B live on TV.
It was a beautiful time, and so I'm in a very good mood coming in tonight. Anyway, that's that long-winded recap that I know you guys didn't ask for, but again, it was going to stay in my head otherwise completely. So
we're heading into tonight with some good vibes.
Absolutely. I'm getting the game booted up here, and I will stream it to you as soon as it's up. Well, Alpaca, he probably annoys you because he was inescapable for a period of about 15 years. He was just in every other Super Bowl at least, and he won 7 of them, which is more than any other player in history has won more Super Bowls than any other player in history has won. And it just kind of became this inescapable thing of people talking about Tom Brady and how amazing he was and how great, and shit don't stink kind of mentality around him. And the man deserves a lot of respect for his, he's a very skilled football player. He's doing it for an easy 15 years longer than anyone else in his position could have ever done it, which is genuinely very impressive and should be looked at as such. But you're right to be annoyed by him. He was completely inescapable. All right. To be fair, Alpaca, most of us were in high school during those years that he's been active, because his career is so long that his first year in the NFL, our quarterback who beat him today wasn't even born. So, it's worth noting. That's what I mean by it being genuinely worth being impressed by him. He's worth a lot of the accolades he gets. He's just annoying how inescapable he was. All right. Into the mines. Should I recap? Should I do my patented lightning fast recap? Hi, Possum. Before we go in and figure out and investigate these drums in the deep and try to save some stupid teenagers.
Do it.
So yesterday we got up, we went into the library to do some research with Stella and Kanika. We decided that the spot to go was going to be to investigate things next was going to be to the mine. We talked to some miners. They were very cagey about talking about Dwayne or whatever. Is that his name? Wayne. They were very cagey about talking about Wayne. But then Wayne shows up, tells us, you need to stay in the manor for the rest of the week. That's all I ask. You're not safe out here, blah, blah, blah. He was clearly like a zombie. He had a fucking bag over his head. It was very creepy. Some other miners were sure that he was fucking dead, but I was telling them that he was stalking us, and then they were like, someone probably killed him and stole his clothes, which was an odd suggestion that we didn't really, I feel like the character should have had a big reaction to. Anyway, after all this, as we're about to leave and regroup with Kanika and Stella, we see the daughter of the librarian, who has not been in contact with him all day, sneaking through the fence with a bag full of snacks and illicit alcohol. And we follow them into the abandoned mine shaft, where they should not be, because this thing is going to collapse any minute. And then we got a bunch of spooky premonitions while we're in here. Found the teenagers. I called my cousin Tabitha here, who's now come down, and got most of the teens to leave, but the girls all squeezed through a tiny hole that we can't fit through. And now, while Kanika took the other kids up, the three of us are going to go down toward the other end of this tiny tunnel to find them and save them. And of course, the whole time we are hearing drums in the deep, literally. So whenever I kill someone, I definitely steal their clothes, because it's the most logical and least suspicious thing to do. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Okay, I think that just about sums it up. I wonder if anybody else has any... Whew. If anybody has questions about the game, let me know. But we'll dive in.
I think you nailed it.
It wasn't actually that eventful yesterday, but it was still very... That's one of the things that I think is so impressive about this game, is that it wasn't that eventful, but it was still very, very...
like lore dumps.
Yeah, it was still very, very cool. And if you didn't watch yesterday, or if you're watching the VODs and you're just watching starting with this one, I recommend at least starting with the last one, if not from the beginning, because the first episode is really, really good. But as much as I can sum up, a lot of these conversations are really, really best experienced directly, because the writing and art in this game is beautiful and very well done. So, Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Here we go. I should probably pause the music, huh? Because it was a very tense moment. Let's let the tension build with the sound effects. I agree, Possum. Her shirt is fantastic. It's also just a cool design on the shirt. The three of you move deeper into the mine. You hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But, Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you and Tabitha were like... I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't just let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella.
Oh, shit.
Tabitha's face. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Oh, sorry, this was the hyper... I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. No, Rosalina was the lower one. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? The eye roll. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. And I make plenty from ads and donations. Meat Rice.
You got to press her on Meat Rice. I want to hear more.
Yeah. Dang, Stella, Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're on like every big podcast. I love Meat Rice. Meat Rice is a good raid phrase, if nothing else. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all the things she said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treated everyone else tonight, except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Okay. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. I'm getting the music back on if this is the conversation we're having. This is not tense. Not yet. We'll get there. There's another knock. This fucking art style is so cool. Sorry. I just sometimes have to take a moment to stop and appreciate the facial expressions they draw. They're so fucking cool. That is exactly what they are, Murderless Crow. They're old besties who were still friends in high school and then immediately after high school split up. Which is fantastically written. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mind sounds. Mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Okay, yeah. They are now ramping the tension back up immediately after I get the music on. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. Okay. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. Those kids are going to die and we're going to die too. Nobody is going to die unless you start panicking. Get a grip on yourself. Hey, fair enough. Okay. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Because I would rather just keep moving. We could talk for as long as we fucking want about all this stuff, but we should keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens. They're panicked arguing, bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else, the quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. Not ominous at all. You walk to the ladder and climb down. And snap noise. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we are doing Lost John's Mine. I remember everybody saying in chat last night. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you said you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca. Yep, they're close, all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. Sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those are the teens and your companions, sound odd. Distant. Something's coming out of here in a second, chat.
Oh no.
There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. That's a cool sentence. That's a very cool sentence. I don't have an option. You don't hear it, but you feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Dig, chat. Hey, are you alright, Annie? Bear witness. Where do you think you're going? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh boy. Look out, chat. Whoa!
Whoa. You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it.
Oh.
It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done.
Annie! Annie, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. Uh-oh. Took Tabitha too. It is, I am seriously, honestly, chat, more and more as this goes on, I am thinking I made the right decision to call Tabitha. Because first of all, when I saved, it had the option of, like, when it saved, it listed, like, what day, location, and it listed Tabitha's name, which means that there's probably branching paths, one where she's there, one where she isn't. And I want her down here bearing witness, too. If she's going to be a Union Buster, this is how we get her redemption arc, is to show her how fucked up shit is. Yeah, Annie, are you okay? Yes, all of that. All right. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. I love that these things behind her are moving, by the way. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Oh, God. Don't die on me, all right? She got a little tear in her eye, chat. What the fuck? Eyeball cave.
I don't think she should go anywhere.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Oh, God. Oh, look!
Oh, what the fuck?
They look halfway between Monster Train characters and Among Us characters. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Those are helmet lights, yeah. Hard hats and helmet lights. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where she's going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. Can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. It just sounds like picks, by the way, chat. It sounds like picks on rocks. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? I mean, the mystical one doesn't feel like it works on Tabitha. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I do feel like... I feel like I remember you diving towards me. Did you know something might happen? Might get more revealing. You know what I mean? I remember you diving towards me. Did you know something might happen? I've seen horror movies. You looked like you were about to wander off and get yourself killed. Fair point. I didn't want to let you out of my sight. Not down here. Dude, we are getting a little more genuine Tabitha out of her now, which is nice. Yeah, this is like... This does sound like it would make a really good industrial drum sample, by the way, Alpaca. Oh, there we go. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath and it looks like she's been crying. Poor thing. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. Ah, fuck. Here goes, chat. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder, both of you. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time. I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is not to be buried alive ourselves. Fuck.
This is a tough one.
This feels like I'm going to kill the kids if I don't go after them. But the correct and sane thing to do in this situation is to get her out. Tabitha's completely correct. The best thing to do if you're in a situation like this is to get out, because Rosalina knows which way they went. And if you get out and the mine collapses, you get rescue crews back in and you say, this is about where they were. That's the best way to get them out. If you're all trapped down here, you're all just fucking dead, and none of the rescue crews know where any of you are.
Yeah.
But I know that if I do this, I'm killing these two. Like, I just get a very strong feeling that the game is telling me these two are dead if I leave, but I think I have to. Tabitha's right. Tabitha's right. I'm taking Rosalina. Okay. Yeah, see, the achievement that just got unlocked is called cutting your losses. You reach toward Rosalina.
Fuck damn kids.
Your dad wouldn't want you to die down here, Rosalina. What about their parents? They wouldn't want Becca and Alexis to die like this. They already crossed that bridge. You can cross it too if you want. I don't care. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. Alexis, Becca, the way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay. Let's go. They did kill themselves, I know, but she grabs your hand and the two of you start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Yeah. Becca, Alexis, can you still hear me? The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the three of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you guys. Oh no, she doesn't have survivor's guilt now. This poor kid. It's deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. Continue towards the entrance.
That's what I was thinking too, Possum. Stop yelling.
Yeah. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. The three of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Alexis, do you think the other two... Maybe they got out. It's possible, right? Maybe there's another entrance or something? Or maybe they're still alive in there. What's up, Reese? How you doing? Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. Oh, I've been doing it for a while, Reese, because my webcam broke. I started doing it because I sometimes didn't want to, like, get myself presentable to avoid dysphoria before going on camera. And then my webcam itself broke, so I've been stuck in it. But, you know, I'll be back to it. I have a webcam on my Christmas list, but I go back and forth. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's really sad. I'm going back to camp. I'll be back with some men, and they can start digging. Good idea. I'll call Earl. Which is the cop. Oh, boy. Hey, it's a different cop, though. It's not Sunglasses Man. Oh. So that's good, at least, because that guy was a dickhead. Oh, God, the fucking haunted 1,000-yard stare in her eyes. This poor kid.
Yeah.
Survivor's Guild is a fucking bitch, dude. I think we made the right choice to run out and everything, but I fucking hope we didn't kill the kids with it.
Yeah.
Just Tabitha telling two of the guys we spoke to earlier, one of the first group and one of the second group. It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. Look at Tabby trying to explain this to those... Yeah. You, Stella, and Kanika are afforded a quiet moment to yourselves as the others go to work. Pug is the mastermind, yeah. Do you think Becca and Alexis are going to be okay? There were survivors in the last collapse. Alexis doesn't deserve this. Yeah, the art style in this game is fucking beautiful. Both the art style and the writing in this game are incredible. Nobody deserves this. If you and Tabby didn't pull Rosalina out when you did, you all might have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. Okay. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way. Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? I don't believe in visions. Whatever you saw is probably just autosuggestion. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Annie and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't autosuggestion. I'm not saying that, because of course I can. Shadows Dip Miners. Everything that happened down there happened centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. I'm gonna put music back on now. I think we are post tension into now a more exploratory bit. So also this song is a good vibe for this conversation for some reason. It shouldn't be, but like not lyrically maybe, but Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. Wait, Stella, you took a photo? When did you get a photo of it? While we were unconscious, I guess. I'm pretty sure Tabitha and I saw some ghosts down there. They were right behind you just before you left. Did you not see them? No, I love Gretchen. Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. Also, she was just knocked unconscious. Hi, Beans. Welcome in. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella... Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? It depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well. I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mine collapses, I guess. Okay. What happens now?
Hey guys, I don't think she's quite ready to talk just yet. What happened down there?
Rosalina made it out of there because she stood up for herself. You should be proud. She's a good kid, Oscar.
Thanks.
She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that.
Thank you, Annie. I just wish I could have kept her from going in there in the first place. If I just paid closer attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened and those kids wouldn't be down there.
Beans, what the fuck? Beans says, I was watching a show with my mom and Taylor Swift was in it. I looked up at the screen and was like, whoa, Taylor Swift. And then like 2 seconds later, her character gets run over by a car. What the fuck?
I can't help but feel like it was my responsibility to prevent this, and I blew it.
Teens are reckless. Teens are reckless. There's only so much you can do. The shorter the leash, the worse the relationship. Don't blame yourself for choices someone else made. As a former reckless teen myself and a current reckless adult, yeah, she's right.
I guess that's true. I've tried to let Rosalina make her own mistakes and learn from them.
I mean, well, I was going to say there should still be consequences for her having gone into the mine so she doesn't do it again, but I think she's probably learned her fucking lesson.
Yeah, I think the trauma.
I don't think there's anything you can do that'll make the lesson more well learned than the fright she's experiencing right now.
Yeah, her dreams will be haunted for eternity.
What's up, Colmod?
But that's for staying up late or going too fast on her skateboard, not this.
Do I want to tell him that she mentioned them living in the library? But also, Beck, like even if her friends didn't die, even if the rescue operation gets her friends out, like I get the feeling that like the close call is enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do we want to say this one? Because I feel like that's the only way to.
Oh, well, I mean, the gossip hound in me would love to see the reaction, so.
Yeah, I feel like this is the only way we get to actually explore this at all. All right, let's try it. Rosalina's told us you've been living in the library. I think she was trying to get away from that.
Rosalina told you that. Yes, it's true. But you have to understand there's something in that house.
We believe you, Oscar. I don't think Anika does, but...
I couldn't let it hurt her, and since I didn't know how to get rid of it, I set up a back room at the library for us. Just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead, it just drove her away. Staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me. Because I haven't been able to fix this. I just wish she could understand. Ghosts aren't real.
You don't have to be alone in this, I think is the right call.
Yeah.
You don't have to be alone in this. We can help. Do we think they're Scarlets? Who are Scarlets? Them? No, because that's where Tabitha lives. That's where we're technically supposed to be staying, although we slept at Stella's previous night. Yeah, we'll totally help you get rid of your ghost. Or, more likely, we'll figure out what non-ghost thing it actually is. Because that was the Shaw's. No, I am canonically Annie Scarlet in this. Although I guess probably not. Because it's supposed to be my mom was the Scarlet, so. Either way, though, we're here for you.
Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself, but I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous.
Dad, you must be so mad at me.
Oh, Rosa, no. Of course I'm not mad at you.
Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere?
Rosalina.
I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. For the witchiest dressed member of Scooby Gang, Kinnick is most skeptical. Yeah, well, it's one of those things, I guess, right? When you're raised by somebody who's super witchy or whatever, you just get like, ugh, my grandma is so, or I guess that's her mom? Is that her mom or her grandma? It's her mom, isn't it? Either way, it's just like, ugh, I'm so tired of it. I think it's her mom, yeah. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad.
You don't have to be sorry. You're alive and you're safe.
We couldn't have gone back for them, right? We couldn't have made it out if we went back. It's correct. You're right. We wouldn't have made it out if we went back for them. They don't deserve to be down there. Why should I have made it out when they didn't? Oh, survivor's guilt. Baby.
This isn't about what people deserve, Rosa. You have no idea how grateful I am that you're still here.
It's not fair, Dad. It's just not fair.
I know, Rosa, I know. But I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now, until we get them out of there, is to enjoy the life you have.
You're a little quiet, by the way, Jaggedy. I don't know if you're distant from your mic at all, but it's not a huge deal. I think people can hear you okay, but just so you know. Good night, Reese. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you.
I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made. But I'm gonna do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're gonna have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took.
I agree, Crow. I think that Oscar's handling it quite well, all things considered. Because I would not want to be in his position. Dad, we're on the case.
We'll be okay, I promise. I'm gonna take her home. I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow. And thank you, Annie. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina.
I wonder if we're going to have to confront the other parents being bad. Oh no, even Gretchen is sad. Beans, I didn't even notice. Oh no. As Oscar and Rosalina leave, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. All right, Annie. My men are set to start digging. Let's go home and get some rest.
Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet.
We have a new cop. Hell yeah. Probably better.
Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private?
Okay, fine. Just make it quick, and don't you dare try and pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here.
Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too.
This song works well for this. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too.
Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all.
All right. Interrogation time, chat. It's Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
What a coincidence, running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Annie. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time.
Cannot disagree.
But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went down could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip.
You saw the video, but okay.
It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get the camera working, so no way to confirm until we tracked him down. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but...
But I was in the area for both of them. Look, dude, you're not wrong.
As officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And, we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them?
I was down there trying to get them out.
You've got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive down there, and maybe they're dead, and you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely coincidence remains to be seen, but we've got to do our diligence here.
I am going to tell... I know I said it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday, but I'm not actually going to be doing that. I am going to be going through this with these people here because I don't want to spend an entire episode of this game in fucking jail. So... We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing.
Of course. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts.
I hate it when people say shit like that, because it's like, no, you're fucking not. Thank you for the follow, Ravenstone. Welcome in.
Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one.
Okay, that was it. They had the one question, and I said, yeah, we were trying to get them out because they were being dumb and going in. And they go, okay, yes, but we have to do our due diligence. That's all the questions we have. Fucking okay. Thanks. Also, yeah, I know I had the option to tell them about Wayne in there, but I wasn't going to do that because that is more of a... They don't need to know that. They're not going to help me with that. That's not what cops do. Gotta be thorough. Asks one question, leaves. Yeah, exactly, Ravenstone. Ugh. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Meeks? Stella, no. This is just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you. What, are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Anyways, blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. So there's always. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Annie? Excuse me, Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll say, see you tomorrow, guys. Because I want them to know that I'm going to see them tomorrow. The first case of actually doing the due diligence and not trying to find someone to blame you. Lowercase g God there. It's true. See you tomorrow, guys. This autocorrect doesn't like lowercase g God. You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Whatever, bro. I'm gonna see them tomorrow. Whether you like it or not.
I guess it was a little, like, sunshiny of a thing for a child burial, essentially.
Yeah. Still.
That's what I would have chosen still. I always want to be as friendly as I can be.
Yeah, but I also, like, the main point of that was more to me. I wanted to make sure that the last thing I was saying when I was leaving Stella and Kanika was addressed at Stella and Kanika, not at Tabitha, who's dragging me to the fucking car. Do you know what I mean?
Word.
Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk beyond the tree line. Lesbians, 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 says Beans. Yeah. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life, and I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. I'm not apologizing, but how are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd rather we didn't get into it. Too bad. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? We won't know for days at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl-Ann to thank for it. Look at the old school ass keys on her keyring, by the way. Look at those. hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? Ugh, you can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you and about Pearl Ann for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into that right now, but I think I'd like that. See, there we go. We're making some headway here. Okay. I'm not going to make a comment on the adults here. It's not my place to comment, even if she feels like it is hers. I've got to focus on the road. Okay, anyway. That's enough for that, then. Your eyes wander back to the tree lane as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. Uh-oh. I think we might see some ditchlings here. Oh, maybe not. Sounds like we're parking. Okay, cool. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Excuse me. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Did you hear the noises through the house?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. I know I probably should have, dude, but you know that I'm going to go in there after them. I did the right thing because I don't think you're actually an evil person. I think you're a misguided person who's having a really fucked up time because your mom just died. It's cool, dude. I get it. That's one of the things I like so much about this game so far, is that Tabitha can be such a fucking pain in the ass, and she's somebody who would be so easy to just go, I want to avoid her at all costs. But she's not actually that. She's written so clearly as just a person who is genuinely experiencing trauma and dealing with it in her own way, which is being snappy and distant. And you can be a person who chooses to ignore that or chooses to try and understand that. And I fucking love it. Sorry, I had to go off on that one.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not antagonizing her. You could have put that rat in her cereal or whatever.
Yeah, and I could have like sarcastically asked her if I could bring fuck buddies back here and shit. Instead, I was just like, "Are you good, dude?" Tabitha's so grumpy because her mom just died, Keck, and she just took over this whole business. What's up, Half-Bred Chaos? That's a fantastic username. I see the first time chat there. Took me a while to understand Tabitha. Yeah, I did some prodding on the first day worth of conversation with her. The first time we're in this room, I did some prodding and did manage to get to her being like, "You're right, I'm being rude. I'm sorry. It's probably going to keep happening. Just be a little patient." And I was like, that's all I needed to hear. I know what you are now. I know what's going on. And it's just been consistent since. And I fucking love that. Feels my sins crawling on my back. Did you do something to Tabitha in your playthrough, Half-Bred? No spoilers, please, by the way. This is first playthrough. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. She's not actually trying to push away, but I think she doesn't feel safe or comfortable with people. Yeah, exactly, Crow. She's a person who's probably been under immense pressure her whole life to run this like company a certain way and doesn't feel like she has any agency to be herself in any meaningful way. All right. You head up to your room to turn in. First night sleeping in this bed. Oh, boy. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. No thoughts, head empty, chat. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Okay, group chat. Y'all, these are those things, right? Oh, no. It's Ditchlings! She got a photo of them. We did Mystical and Hot, Half-Bred, because partially because I like the idea of both of those options, and partially because I made a joke about Big Titty Goth Girl and chat loved it. So another is that a common run? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a Talks to Animals run after we finish the first run through the 4 chapters, but I don't know what the second trade will be. We'll figure it out. But I know how different that's gonna be. So. Anyway, yeah, holy shit, Kanika got a fucking picture of Ditchlings, which is incredible. I saw them again too. Oh, fucking shit.
Ew.
Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out of the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. Yeah. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you, which makes perfect fucking sense. Sometimes pairs of traits have unique content for that specific pair, so I'm entirely curious what the specific content for that pair is. But I also refuse to romance any of the characters, so I would likely never know. Oh, I'm big into romancing characters, particularly if I can do it in a gay way, which I am. So we're doing Stella... That was poorly phrased. We are romancing Stella this time, or we're trying to, and then we may go Kanika next time, or potentially Avery. Maybe I'll do a poll with chat. We'll see. I might just keep doing hot on every run, just because most of the dialogue options are hilarious, and also I want romance in all of my games. Anyway. I vote Wayne.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
Fuck, Wayne.
If there's a build that can romance Wayne without dying, it's Hot Mystic, yeah. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off with your creeping exhaustion threats from you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. Thank you for the lurk, Morocca. Oh. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. What the fuck? That's not what I expected to happen here. Hold on. That's a music pause if I've ever heard it. There may be some subtle noise coming here. Oh. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Hey, we got a cat on the bed. He's not biting us this time. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease. Yeah, give me some cat jams. And you finally slip into a deep sleep. She's staring at you like, fuck you, bitch. And you're like, ah, comforting cat. Which is exactly what living with a cat is like. Whoa. We're getting another cutscene. I guess the ends of each day, you get one of these little cutscenes here. Without sound, unfortunately, but I'll get the music back on. 17 and terminally fair. Oh, no. Oh. I don't like the fact that that door closed by itself. Oh, Jesus, fuck. There's a fucking basement in the house. Oh, I don't like any of this. Oh, that was an earthquake. Okay, 3 achievements unlocked. Tommyknocker, Poblano, and Anakin Skywalker.
Nice.
I think I killed the kids, chat. I think that's what that achievement means.
Oh.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah, I need to save the world state again. Okay. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 3? Yeah, chat. In case any of you have missed anything, this is a good time to get a full-ass recap of the game. Okay? So, sit tight. We're going to get through everything. I know. But there are some people in my chat who missed episode 1 and were just catching up last night. So I want to give the full recap to those folks, because I gave a very truncated one. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus ride with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. A full-ass recap, yes. Clean undies in here. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Poor deer. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Minor content warning coming up for blood and a gunshot sound. We don't get the full gore in the recap, though. At least we didn't in the first one, so I doubt we're going to get in the second one.
Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot.
As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder.
God damn it!
I also agree, Halfbread. It's funny, curious which parts are deemed recap worthy. Apparently knowing Stella's a YouTuber isn't vital, but it's in the first recap. Your meeting with her in the diner is in the first recap, so. Ba-cham.
Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble.
My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Make yourself at home. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers.
Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you.
Oh, I don't want someone to keep us out of trouble, Alpaca. I want to be the one trying to influence Stella to be out of trouble. I want Stella to get me into trouble because Stella feels like a very good person to further the plot at any given time. I did drink the tea, Halfbread. I felt that was an important branch in the story, and I decided to drink it.
The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual.
Thank you for the hydrate, Beck. I was actually, after the recap, going to quickly go grab a water bottle. But we'll get to the recap first.
Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there.
Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out? Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Dude, that fucking art of his face is so goddamn cool. Look at how fucking cool his face looks. Anyway, if I may get my monster voice on real quick.
Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask.
Dr. Kelly Loki kind of hot. Yes, they draw basically every adult woman in this show as kind of hot, and apparently also the librarian. This is the most Q for Q game I've ever seen. So, if you pick athletic and street smart, you can rip his mask off his face at that point. Fuck yeah. That's kind of fun. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. I don't know if I want to do another run of this game before we get all 7 chapters, by the way, chat. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's because I don't want to get spoilers for what the various paths up to the end of 4 could be before we know what the full 7 is in my method of choosing, so I don't get things confused or what have you. Do you know what I mean? So No, you're fine. You're fine, Halfbread. Stuff like that is really interesting and minor trivia like that. I just don't want to get major pieces of other runs. That's all. Telling me that we can rip off his mask there is kind of cool to know, and it might help me choose which run to do when I do another one. I just mean that telling me what his face is like under there, or if there's a spoiler about who he actually is that you get from that or something, that would be something I wouldn't want. But like being like, oh, this combination of skills lets you do this thing here, or this one lets you do this thing, like that's kind of interesting. Skills that need exactly 2 traits are pretty rare, so I get kind of excited from it, and that's exactly the kind of thing I'm interested in. Super into that, so don't feel bad. Also, thank you for the Igor jams. Do you notice the name of the song, chat? I still don't really know if that's why this song is named that, but it's fucking wonderful. Anyway, she didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw Mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw Mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Also, why do you know about this? What the hell are you doing at my mines? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. And I didn't. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and we'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. Thanks, Tabitha. You're the homie. I am telling you, I think that Tabitha's going to come out to be likable if we play this right. I'm trying to be careful in order to do that. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. This is the wrong art for this. Kanika's already gone by this point. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's when we were looking down and then we came back. It's a subscriber emote. Keck, it's not a typed in one. You have to just use the emotes from the Twitch chat. Wait a second. Where'd the 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. Keck's a subscriber. He's a tier 2 sub. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Brief flashing lights. Such a cool little carving. Annie, are you alright? Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. The 3 of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Yeah, you don't have to type it in, Keck. It's at the... You see where you enter the chat message? There's the little emoji button. Click on that. Try it out. The 3 of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw Mine, you barely even notice the dust. Hi, Eclipse Sky, by the way. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Officially coming out as an Igor apologist. When you close... Okay, alright, here we are. I'm going to quickly stand up. Chat, be nice to Jaggedy for a minute. I will be back in literally like 45 seconds. I have to get a water bottle really quick and do a hydrate. So, be right back.
What up, y'all? Hope everybody's having a chill night out there. Staying indoors. The winter's getting to me. Chilly, chilly, chilly in my bones and my buns. But hey, you know, that's why we got these blankets. We got big blankets. We got beanies. Sweaters. Please drop Agor's in the chat for me. Thank you very much. Loved the chat. Put on a blankie and give yourself a kiss for me. Please do not bully me. I'm trying my best out here, you know. I'm trying to stay warm on a chilly winter's eve. Yeah, that's right. I walked through the rain today. I forgot an umbrella. So please don't bully me. God already has.
Okay. Check 1, 2. I am back. Keck, in the text box where you're entering your chat messages, on the right-hand side, there's a little icon of a face. Click on that. That's where the channel emotes are. That you get for subbing to any channel.
I'm gonna get some water too. I'll be back.
Okay, great.
A minute.
I think
Love
I'm
the chat.
I'll push in because I don't think there's gonna be any male voices, but we'll wait for you to back if there are.
Yeah.
All right. It's funny, Moraga. I love winter too, but the way that my asthma or emphysema or whatever it is that I have from my history of smoking in the past, the way it works for me, cold weather fucks up my lungs these days. The last 2 years it's been pretty bad, but there you go. Anyway, check Delaney how mean I was to you. Oh boy. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. Oh, in fact, I'm also gonna quickly change the title of the stream to take channel chapter 2 out of it so people know we're on 3. Okay. We were horrible, yeah. I'm sure. Bad chat. Anyway. You can do it, honey. I believe in you. Just make sure you pay attention to the count. And more to the count than to the stream. There will always be a VOD. Okay. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. I can just back read chat, it's true. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and the grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. Yes, I will take a shower. I know it's a gross bathroom, but whatever. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. Good. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, every minute feels like another thread holding this tiny starts to unravel. Thoughts to consume me. Think about Duke. Oof. Jesus. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin. Is it a part of the dirt? Think about Sybil's warning. Think about Wayne. Whatever. Didn't want to think about that in the shower. Think about someone special. Uh-oh. That if that had a hot on it, I would genuinely consider it. But I think I don't want thoughts of doom to consume me. But I also, because it's a mystical path, part of me wants to go with it. I'm thinking either the mystical path here or the Sybil's warning path, because both those are kind of mystical, so... I know there's so many people here, Beans. It's great. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm gonna do the mystical one. Fuck it. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume you. Tens of us. But this is the highest, I think, contiguous total number of viewers that we've ever had on this channel without a raid. Without, like, not immediately following a raid, because oftentimes, you know, when you get a raid, your viewer count spikes, and then how about 75% of those people leave and stuff. We had the raid from Keck earlier, but this is the highest that we've ever gotten not immediately after a raid, which is very, very cool, and we really appreciate you guys. Think about her husband and girlfriend. Yes, of course. Also, actually, I want to take like 2 quick minutes before we did do pretty good during Amore. That's true. 2 quick minutes, like before we get into chapter 3, and I know that this is the more I do stuff like this, the less far into chapter 3 we're gonna get tonight. But I just quickly want to say, after stream last night, at one point I was on my computer and I went to look at the analytics section of Twitch to see where we're at with some numbers on things, and I wanted to really quickly note 2 things. First of all, since we started the Amnesia series in October, this channel has been growing really, really fast. And you guys have been amazing and really generous, and it's been really, really fantastic having you guys as an audience. But specifically, one of the things that's happened is that for about a year and a half, even before Jack was a member of the channel, we've been averaging about 7 viewers a stream, or 7 viewers at a time over our 30-day period. They give you a 30-day average on Twitch. And when I checked last night, we were at 9.9, and the reason that number is extremely significant to me and why that matters so much, because I know it doesn't sound like much, but a 10 viewer average over 30 days is top 1% of all accounts on Twitch. So you guys have been amazing, and it's a really, really, really fucking cool milestone that we've hit. But the other thing, so first of all, thank you guys so much for that. That's the 30-day average means. So 9.9 viewers over all of the time we've spent streaming over the last 30 days. The other thing I want to mention is they added a new section of like recommended things to stream, and the way they're doing it is they're showing you what position you would show up if people searched for specific games and you were playing that game, right? Basically search optimization. For this game, it said we were probably going to be basically we were number 1. At any given moment, we're likely to be number 1 if people search Scarlet Hollow. If we played Darkest Dungeon 2, which is a game I have been considering doing, we'd be number 3 on all of Twitch. But here's the really big one. At any given moment, there are about 1,600 plus people streaming Phasmophobia on Twitch. And according to the analytics page, if we went live playing Phasmophobia, we would be on the first page of results. We'd be number 23, and there's normally 25 to a page. So that's the level of which we've grown in the last few months alone, and it's been really fucking incredible. And I love you guys showing up here, and I love streaming for you guys. You've been amazing. I cannot thank you enough. I just really wanted to say that at some point tonight. So thank you guys so much. Okay. Anyway, with that out of the way.
Love y'all. I wish we had the soundboard so I could play a big round of applause, but that's fine.
That would be perfect.
Right now. Fucking rules.
We do need to get you a soundboard that you can feed into your Discord.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's one of the things we talked about early on.
And we gotta do it in the new year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, if anybody wants to send the channel a Christmas gift, send us a soundboard that we can give to Jack. Achievement unlocked. Wash away your sins. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Check on the possum.
Yeah, you gotta.
I gotta check on the possum. Let's go.
Holy shit!
Yes!
They multiplied.
There are 2 of them now. Wave at them. You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. Petting them seems like a bad idea, even if they don't carry rabies. I'm not trying to get bit. You know what I mean? I'll just close the dresser. Let's go. We have not named the possums, no. Chat, we should name the possums, maybe. You've had enough of the growing family of opossum that lives in... I keep saying opossums. It's just fucking possums. I live on the West Coast. You spell it that way, and the O is silent. You've had enough of the growing family of possums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. I believe they do have names, but I think that those probably come with its talking to animals run, don't they? Anyway. Let's look out the window. You walk over to the window, fondly thinking about the pleasant view it provided you on Monday. It's the same view. Cool. Nothing new to see. That's good to know. I'm going to message the group chat. Oh, I just realized that texting Stella directly was an option. I get to meet Reese today. Send a photo of a pained old man. That is how I would wake up and send what I would send to a group chat after waking up after a night like that. I was like, all right. Do I want to do the pained old man, or do I want to just do morning? How are you guys holding up? I feel like morning. How are you guys holding up might be better, considering that they were like looking at monsters on the way home and I didn't respond. It might be a little bit weird if I'm just like, oh, I got up feeling terrible, and like something could have actually happened to them last night. So,
play it safe.
Morning. How are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. I like that I can text Stella separately. I'm going to do that. Text Stella. Thinking about you with a hot. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, baby.
I missed your guest bed. I kind of do want to do the I miss your guest bed just because this fucking bed sucks. I'll do that right there. I miss your guest bed. LOL. It'll probably be before you get a response. Okay. Let's go downstairs. Done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Just edited a VOD of this chapter. Oh boy. Oh, hey, it's our cleaner lady that we heard about. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Hey Tabitha, how's it going? I might have been working round the clock to take 2 teenagers out of my minds. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Looking at Tabitha and Frou-Frou, I can see the resemblance, yeah. People do say that cats end up resembling their owners sometimes. So. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'll probably just disappear into the wilderness only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. Shut up. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches you from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Annie, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for those poor kids. I can't imagine how scared they must be. That's a fucking... Yeah, see, never say that. See, these ones are the ones where it's like, people are going to be fucking suspicious to me if I say that shit.
Yeah, this is going to bum someone out.
Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is the local pastor. He's a gentle man and always willing to lend an ear. Can't wait to be the point when I realize, yeah. He's actually been going a little stir crazy ever since we moved here, but with no one really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. Seems like it might... That's probably where I'm gonna go, honestly. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. That's all right. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door's always open. Okay. Have you seen any weird creatures around town? You know, now that you mention it, I've been hearing some folks talk about weird creatures, but I haven't seen anything myself, no. Unless you count whatever massive rats have taken up residence in the church. My little tulip keeps pretending they're her fairy friends or something, taking nibbles out of our trash, but my husband's put out some traps, so hopefully that will be dealt with soon enough. I'm going to stop the two of you right there. Annie, I'm busy and not at all in the mood to stand around waiting while you play Nancy Drew with my cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. All right, then. Be safe out there, you two. Sorry. All righty, then. That's more... that feels important characterization that she says, all righty, then. Be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand clasped firmly around your arm. She continues to drag you all the way into her car and from there into town. Right, the town is uneventful, and your cousin's surprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. You drink tea? Yeah, whatever. I do a lot of stuff you don't know about. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. I agree with that, Moraga. Tabitha is kind of a stone in the river of crazy, yes. I agree, Alpaca. But I'm not comfortable keeping one running, so I make mine very subtle. I give my characters tinges of accents, especially southern. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits shouting behind her. Uh-oh. Janie is Choco Chunks. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Look at that fucking... I'm done, hand gesture. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I don't think that's true. I think you're kind of unhappy bottling things up, but... Have I ever told you that you scare me? I'd be losing it if Miles were my brother. Yeah, right, Morocco. But they're North Carolinian, which means that it's like the problem is that at least where we're at in California, most people think of a redneck accent and go immediately to Texas. But North Carolina, the only North Carolina accent I really know is a little posh, so that also doesn't work very well, because a lot of that sort of Atlantic Southern have this sort of Southern belle cadence that you can speak with, and that does not quite fit the Appalachian Mountains. You know what I mean? So, poor Kanika's really going through it, huh? It's unbecoming. We're burning daylight. Come on already. Where's the group chat text? The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. I like that Chad is now improvising a show while we're doing this. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Annie, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. I get the feeling that Sybil is helping people, like, straight up fend off a curse, including Tabitha, and that is why the tea I drank yesterday was special and blah, blah, blah. The 1%ers. Somewhere between Tennessee and Ozark. Interesting, Possum. I don't really want to hang out with Miles, I'm not going to lie, but... Can I have some tea? Oh, sure, if you're willing to wait a bit. I wasn't expecting to entertain, so I didn't put any water on. I'll go and do that now. Never hurts to have fresh hot water on hand. Can we get this over with first? Achievement unlocked, that damned smile. And it's just a close-up shot of this face.
Yeah, that's a beauty right there.
Dude, the achievements in this game have certainly been one of my favorite parts so far. They're very entertaining. As an Arkansan, I'm technically too northern to be southern sounding, but too southern to be northern sounding. Yeah. Of course. Priorities. Anyway, simple motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I mean, the California accent in Morocco is one that people don't really, at least the Bay Area accent is one that people don't really know exists until you really figure out which parts of the way that I speak are the Californian accent, and then you can't not hear it. Because if I ever play a Green Day song on stream, I'll sing along to it sometime, and you'll hear how much I sound like Billy Joe Armstrong, and then you'll understand what a Bay Area accent is. I'll try to chat with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron.
Oh, excuse me.
That is a large lad.
Wait, you're Annie, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's Duke's son. I thought it was husband earlier, but it's his son.
The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy.
Eesh. This Kentucky killing is a little tough for me working on him. Sorry, I'm just looking through.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, no, right. Just, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. The policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy.
No, I believe you. Poor kid. Beans. I don't really want to hang out with Miles. As a Miles, this offends me.
Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. And as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. He was there, right? Couldn't you tell me where to look so I can try and find him?
I am going to tell him eventually, but I'm going to try and see if I can't get through to, like, I don't know, telling him don't go at night, I guess. Is Big Betty one of your chickens?
Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prize pumpkin. She's a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds.
God damn.
Not too easy to move something like that.
No fucking kidding. Big Betty did, Possum. The pumpkin
Could be
died.
she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, but with everything else going on.
Have you seen anything strange on the farm in the past couple days?
Not really, no. But I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though.
Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad's going to happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens.
I'd never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy.
That's fair. All right. He died on the northeast edge of town, off the Asgina Trail.
Thank you, Annie. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. Please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama.
So it's only 3 people dead if the kids in the mine are dead, by the way, chap. We don't know that for a fact. So Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. No, because the police don't think he's dead. The police are like, well, we didn't see a body here and we can't get the camera working, so I bet he's just off on a hunting trip and didn't tell them. He's done it before, because, cops. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. I still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library after and figure out a plan? Then it buzzes again. Hey again, LOL. If you want to come over for breakfast, I would honestly love to hang out. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house.
You gotta wait for Tabitha.
But I want to go see Stella. God damn it. You're not wrong, but like, if the game's not going to give me an option, if the game's not going to give me an option to go to Stella's after, then I need to click swing myself. Like, it's also just the fact that, like, yeah, maybe I save scum it. Maybe you're right. Yeah, we'll save scum it. Because I want to see what happens if I wait for Tabitha. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. I also did ask for tea. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. How are your dailies going?
They're fine. Pulls have been trashed, though.
That's relatable. Fucking games. You pick up the closest object, a sleeve of donuts. You pretend to be engrossed by the nutrition information. 10 milligrams of cholesterol per 4 donuts. Fascinating. Miles continues to pretend you don't exist. There we go. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. Family is important. I'm not going to just ditch you. That's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it to practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. That's not going to happen. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas. We can get out of here. Wait, I'm waiting on some tea. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Oh my god. They did not try to find Duke. Yeah, because cops, again, like I said. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Okay. I may go back to the safe scum state here in a second. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. Scarlet's own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? And here I thought the estate was your secret lair. The estate is my non-secret lair. Everyone knows I live there. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. I know, the company town thing, Alpaca. Cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Tabitha's a union buster and a landlord, yeah, right? But she's inherited both of those things, so the question is how much of either is she actually, like, in her personality. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, chat. Whew. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Tabitha hands you cream soda for sailing on the couch. Though this home gives the appearance of being lived in with its furniture and lack of dust, it feels nearly as empty and barren as the estate. There's no soul in this house, only the dream of one.
Ouch.
Fuck. Chad, I really want to go back and go to Stella's. But it feels like it's been a good idea so far to bond with Tabitha at least one time so far.
I think if you're
we're here.
if you're too tempted, you should just go back and do it.
I agree, Alpaca. I think we should continue this Tabitha. I think it's important to the story. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, good.
All right, we'll commit. Could we try some of the tea you picked up? It smells nice. Nope. It's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Oh my God, I was about to sneeze so hard and it just disappeared. Fuck me. Do you actually like running the mines? It's a job, an important job. I've had years of Perlan drilling that into my head. What would you want to do if you weren't here? Does it matter? I am here. Dreaming about some other life will only make the one I have more difficult. Do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you've visited other places, right? I've seen that blowing rock mug in the kitchen. What? Oh. That must be one of Janie's. She's always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Perlan, one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked. She just tells me stuff about her family. Anyways, she said they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyways, to answer your question, no, I don't travel much. Too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. You should be nicer to Janie. She seems like a friendly lady who's just trying to connect with you. I know. Please spare me the lecture. I shouldn't have to make connections with random people just because they want to make connections with me. I just want her to come by once a week and clean the house, then pick up her paycheck and leave me alone. Just need opium before bed. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Maybe. My work never really ends, though. Why do you come here? Like I said, I like getting away from it all. People know they can find me at the estate, but they don't know about this place. It's nice to escape from being known, at least for a little while. What was Perlan like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you will be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister, fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities, night and day from what I've heard. Perlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? Not really. I'm not going to ask how she died. That's fucking rude. What do you think of Silas and those other old-timers? What is there to think about? For better or for worse, they're the reason that the two of us are here right now. Can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Perlan and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mine before Perlan, and then Perlan took over. And now here I am following in their footsteps. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. Yeah, that's the Scarlets. Just been women for a couple of generations now. We never let some stranger jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. That's ominous. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. Dead Moms Club, yeah. I read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have that stuff memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness. Then she died having our moms. And I think Grandma Eddie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. It's your first official meeting. What was Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? Tabitha's quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Oh no, she's a traumatized girl, man. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. What kind of things did Pearland tell you about me and my mom? I don't think you want to know. Pearland was a gossip, and she was always at her worst talking about family. What do you really think of me? You're better than asking me for validation, I'll say that much. You're a better person than you let on. Yeah. Gee, thanks. And immediately softens back up. Yeah, okay. You're not fooling me, bitch. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh, yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Low stat with her then? Yeah, no, I've blown her off a lot, half-bred. Quiet, gave off a weird vibe, stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. I know I've already asked, but can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella now that we're hanging out? Oh, not this again. But fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week. A little soft smile. Spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips. And anyway, Pearland didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Yeah, they were girlfriends. That's exactly my thought, Beck. Yeah, if you have a high relationship, you can get that more solidly confirmed. I don't need it more solidly confirmed than that. I could pretty easily tell. It's kind of cute. Pearland made sure my every waking moment was occupied. I didn't have time for friends, but I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. I'm into her. Is that cool? Yeah. I'm into her. Is that cool? Why should I care? You two could do whatever you want. That's a no. Tabitha takes a long swig of her beverage. What did she say that was harsh about Oscar last night? Oh, just about him being a bad parent for the stuff. What's going on with Wayne? He's been following me. I think there's something wrong with him. Am I still a little bringing I fix it on the outsiders? Yeah, of course. Wayne? As in Sam Wayne? I don't know who you think is following you, but it can't be him. Sam Wayne wasn't a creep. It's a bit of a sore spot for me. I'd rather not talk about it. At some point this week, you're going to have to stop brushing off everything that's happening around town. Do you think I'm brushing things off? I'm dealing with a mine collapse right now. I'm burying my mother in 4 days. My work is what keeps this town running. Just because I'm focusing on what's in front of me doesn't mean I don't care. That's fair. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her. Well, that's easy. The police are really on my ass. Actually, that's probably a helpful thing to say to her because she's rich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Possum, he's heavily implied to be dead by a conversation we had yesterday as well with some miners. So, Wayne is... The police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So, you should do your best to stay on my good side. Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me, motherfucker. All right. You probably have to get back to the mine soon, right? Fun, but it's just fun. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Oh, that's right. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Privilege. Yeah. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. Jealous. I'd be a little more cagey, I think. Because I am still betting on Dogmare here. I'm still betting on Dogmare. It could be Ferret Mare, but we'll see. Get a privilege and trauma. It's not a binary. Just folks making plans for the day. Oh. It isn't Mayor Jimmy Day, is it? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Hey, I got that. Let's fucking go, chat. I called it. Well, somebody else called it first, but yeah, I put money on it and I won. Let's go. Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've had a dog. We've been a dog mayor town since then.
That rolls.
That does roll. That's because she's in fucking charge anyway. That's why. But someone knows before $100. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Achievement unlocked. I can fix her. With the top of his face softly smiling. That's so Talkmare has very interesting implications. You have to talk to animals, and I'm going to do that at some point. There's so many animals in this game that I will be going back for a Talk to Animals run, but I don't know if I'll do it before we have the whole game or not. We'll see. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? What the hell do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon while my Becca is trapped in your mine? What exactly are you doing to try and dig her out? I don't see you lifting any rocks. I don't see you lifting any rocks either. What? I've got my guys working round the clock to get her out of there. I don't see what me running a couple errands in the morning has to do with... I don't want to hear it. You should be right. You should be up there right along with them. Fucking Karens. Okay, oh boy. Yes, I think so, honey. I think that's the plan. It's your damn fault that she even managed to get in there. Why wasn't the entrance more secure? You were asking for something like this to happen. Whatever happens, I will be pressing charges. Do you want involuntary manslaughter to be one of them, or do you want to get your ass moving? Your daughter is trash, ma'am.
Fuck your kid.
Hey, she's doing everything she can. Lay off. Yeah, what legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs the place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Respectfully, your daughter is trash. Yeah, no Karens. I'll find a lawyer who knows how to nail you for everything you're worth. Mark my words. Those are children in there. How can you be concerned with anything but their well-being, you heartless cow? If anything at all has happened to my baby in there, you'd better be scared as hell for what's going to happen to you and your precious family business. The Scarlets have sat up in their big comfy castle for too long. It's time somebody took you people down for the reckless way you run this place. Fuck off. Woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in. Yeah, there's a special circle of hell for people whose kids are in dire situations like this, and their first instinct is, I'm gonna sue. Like, You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, how do I profit off of this tragedy that's happening to me?
Yeah, exactly. So the only language she speaks is money. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in. God damn it. She's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I mean, she's not totally wrong. I should be there. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. I mean, it's true, half-bred. But I get the feeling it would just end up being a company town for a different company, because her husband's already a miner there, so he'd probably just try and take it over. She's a bad person, but she has a point. I mean, yeah, it's a bad business, but anyway. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you after work tonight. Cousin turns head back to the car, leaving you alone on Main Street. It was worthwhile to spend that time with Tabitha, I think. I think buffing that relationship stat was good, even if it hurts the romance in the end. An old mine is not that source. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd is formed in a corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! Oh, chat. Chat, she's so fucking cute. Hold on, I gotta get the whole outfit in. Holy fuck, look at that. Sorry, I'm gay. Anyway. Yes, you're here! Anyway. Simpson voice too, murderless. I really want the jump street so bad. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Look at the ghost moth on her what is it, Death's Head moth? Is that what it's called? Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Annie to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it, trust us. All right, shall we? I have to pretend to be surprised here, chat, because...
Oh my god.
Oh, he's the best boy. Look at how fucking handsome he is. Look at how fucking handsome he is. Yep. He's a dog. Ugh.
That is
Look at the lad. That is also a screenshot. That might become a YouTube thumbnail for this episode. That is so good. Anyway. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, Gretchen.
Oh, yeah, and Gretchen, too. She looks mad at him. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Because he does! He's the tightest security. Unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Oh, what a good boy! It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. Oh my god.
No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed.
He has to make it to 35 years old, honey, in order to run for president. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits, and, oh, the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Oh, listen to Gretchen! Gretchen squirms and settles arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. And a dog, your set's only 5. That's true.
Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor.
I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. I bet it's going to be so funny in Talk to Animals to hear what that conversation is. There are portraits of dog mares along the wall, by the way, chat. There's one back here that's a Scotty dog behind the chat box, which is beautiful. Yeah, I was just standing up back at perfect timing. Kanika is quick to follow. Oh. Goodbye, sir. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, the preacher. Before you catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike this man. That's interesting.
Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Annie. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt. I'm sure she's in a better place now.
Let's not get ourselves. We both know Pearl lands in hell. Janie mentioned you this morning.
That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch.
It's like off-key piano whenever this guy's on screen. Yeah, I do want to know it, Maraga, because I don't know why I shouldn't trust this guy, but it'll help me if I know a little bit more about it. He can speak with animals. I thought so. I thought he might, because that was his thing about Gretchen and the mayor. I got the immediate feeling when he stepped in, but back off, preacher man. Look, I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. I'm not going to talk to you that much.
Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me.
I'm just remaining silent. I'm walking on. His fucking smile, too. You remain silent. You have nothing more to say to this man.
Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Just thought I'd extend the offer in case you need someone to talk to. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Annie.
Yeah, creepy. Look at our fucking wives back here, by the way, chat. They did not have to make Stella that thick, just saying. Anyway, nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. I feel like every trait picks up something different. That would probably make sense because they're really trying to hammer it home. Like, hey, this guy's creepy right from the beginning. Show him spiritual guidance. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper in the library. Chat, don't thirst over the library man in the tank top.
Hubba hubba.
Come on. Does also give me cult leader vibes. There was a thing earlier where I was like, do you think there's a cult in town? That was an option that I could ask about. Much to think about. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I mean, he is a date option. Yeah, I could tell to a degree, but Sims are going for the Delph, yes.
I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. Excuse me. Holy shit. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts, and I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. And you're sure there's nothing we can do for Rosalina right now?
I don't think so. She's been locked up in the back room all day, hasn't been very interested in talking to anyone. I think the best we can do is stick to the plan, ghost bust the house clean, and give her a real bed to sleep in tonight.
Also, it's not that I'm disagreeing, chat. Oscar's handsome as fuck. I just like to call you out for being Sims. That's all.
I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation. Is that what you'd call something like this?
Haunting, but I believe it's called a haunting. But ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies that anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. And the power of friendship on our side. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
This is the part where I can simp shame. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Annie. Time to go bother our friend.
I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight.
So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time before he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. Yeah. But Christian still looks betrayed. We spoke to the mayor, yeah. What if he has his own AO3 tag? Oh, I'm sure he does. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Y'all are right. His vibes were bad. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. Oh, that's so... Oh, God. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it, too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Yeah. What if the pastor's cursed? Which one was Avery again? Oh, yeah. Diner NB. Do you mind if I invite Tabitha ghost hunting? Please don't. Oh my God, yes! Can you imagine how much fun that would be if she actually shows? The fuck man can't cry at a funeral, yeah. Stella, come on. I know you think you have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. No. I am backing off on inviting her, by the way, because we're trying to do Stella now and then get Stella and Tabitha back together next episode. Like, I don't want... If I bring Tabitha along, I feel like I'm jeopardizing my romance with Stella. So... I know that's dirty because they probably should end up together. That's probably the true ending for the game, but... Okay, I won't invite her. Great, thanks. What about inviting Avery? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Mystic, the pastor is cursed. Talk to animals, he shares my gift. Keen Eye, street smart. He's so desperate to socialize, he tries too hard and comes off as creepy. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, you're gonna have a wildly different time than us. Ah, good. We are now diverging. That's what I wanted at our story game. Cool. I'll text him on the way over to Reese's. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Why not? I wonder if the pastor's cursed. The achievement unlocked is fusion, and it's 2 people in the power post, the fusion post. I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive, unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. Fair enough. Hey, I wanted to say it, though. I didn't take mystical for nothing. All right, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only the early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? It's too late. The door swings open.
Hey.
Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages.
You must be Annie, right? I've heard a lot about you. Still, it's been relentless about making sure I got all the Annie updates.
Look at that face she's making at me, chat. Oh, you can't see it. Haha! Look at the face she's making at me. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. What is... Oh, he's probably got whatever Wayne has. Gretchen, fuck off. Come on, be nice. I refuse to miss the case. Alpaca, take care of yourself. There's a VOD. You can watch it after you're done with whatever you're studying for tomorrow. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought you might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll just run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. But we go everywhere together. She took the dog for you the other day, though. She took the dog for you yesterday. It's okay. You're going to have to drive. Yeah, but either way, tomorrow you'll have time to do this. Especially because we won't be back to this game for... How long are you gone, by the way, Jack, again? You said you're going to town.
Oh, yeah, about a week. I'll be a little inconsistent during the holidays, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, so will everybody. I'll be working... I'll be heading towards a 6-day... I'll be heading towards working 12 out of 14 days the last 2 weeks of this year, so... depending on weather. The only thing that would get me off of work on some of those days is weather, so it's not likely that I'll be streaming much during the last 2 weeks, but I'm going to try, chat. But just so you know, you will have time to catch up with this before we get to the next one if you do need to go to bed, so. Yeah, I think he might be undead. I think you're right, Possum. We go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards the van. Well, what about you, Annie? Are you coming in? Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy, to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at that table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art.
We still have time now, right?
You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you?
It's not that bad. You can still see the floor.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a building cold to preserve him. That's sort of what I think too, Moraka. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to.
Cool. We'll just be downstairs.
You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Ooh. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Those look like ditchlings, bro.
Ooh,
Your
you're
mom
right.
is so scary. Yeah, that's I think anyway. I don't know about y'all.
She can be a little intense, kind of protective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much.
That's hilarious. I'm not saying that though. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the last couple days?
Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know.
He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights?
The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast.
Reese is also rocking the scoop neck, which would be a mask fashion if my binder wouldn't show. Yeah, fair enough. Way too many projects. Like to note the offer to be a model is not marked flirt. That's true.
But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we?
Yeah, I just don't want to. I really want this romance with Stella to go off, but you know. Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing?
Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night.
What? Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something, quote, out of your nightmares?
Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, that looks like him. Pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? Danny Schmidt. I will look that up, Opaka. Thank you.
I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me.
Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares till the day I die. I just want to make sure. Sorry, my stream deck's rebooted, so I want to make sure OBS still looks good. Okay, cool. Sorry. Anyway. What do you think of my cousin?
She was always so distant and mean. Probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now.
She's not. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne?
Who?
You know, the guy who's been following Annie around being all ominous?
Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on.
I do too. Sweet.
He's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes.
Yeah, someone in chat confirmed that with a different combination of traits, you get that confirmed, by the way. Or rather, if you have a better relationship with Tabitha. So.
Oh.
Why not? Do you think the town is doomed?
I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there.
That's fair.
They could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the dog didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know.
I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though?
I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there.
With Reese and Tabitha are affected with the same curse, and that's why she looks so tired and drawn like he does, but more alive. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking, Possum. Whatever it is, curse, sickness, whatever. It's the same thing that got Wayne. He's right, it doesn't say flirt, but... Well, I'll keep going through here. Your whole situation's got to be rough. Sorry.
Thanks. But I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me.
I just realized that's a fucking Hellraiser poster, chat. Look at the little pinhead. The little
Shit,
smiley face
yeah.
pinhead. That's adorable. I think these are real movie posters that they rotated too. I can't tell what they are though. Sorry, I'm actually quickly looking around at the art. Anyway.
I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be.
You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. Oh, you can't see. Okay, hold on. I'll move it again. Look at that pinhead. Look at that pinhead there. Huh? Fucking great. Anyway. You haven't, right?
Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing that's getting Tabitha and... Chat, you're right. Whoever said Tabitha, you're so fucking right, Possum. Because Tabitha only eats mac and cheese, ice cream, and whatever else the third one was. She only eats three things.
That's why she's so insane with her. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why she's getting the tea from Kanika's mom, whereas Reese is not getting the tea because he's being looked after by his doctor mother, who's probably like, it's fucking herbal medicine. It's it's all woo woo. I'm gonna treat you with real medicine, not realizing it's a supernatural ailment. That is fucking interesting. Anyway.
But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So, I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that.
Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. Well, make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right?
Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my heart. I'm doing fine, really.
Trails around the worms one day. It's gotta make the best of what we got. Now, he is right about that, but like... Yeah, and Half-Bred, to be fair, one thing you'll learn about if you stick around on the channel is on these story games, I like to throw out big theories early and on little evidence just to see, because I have nailed a couple of them and it feels really good when I do, but also it keeps me, if I tell you guys where my head is at while I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen in a story, it keeps me honest in that. It helps me influence my decisions, and it also kind of explains why I choose things a certain way. And then when I ask you guys for direction on what to say on something, you know where I'm aiming, so you guys can help me with that as well. So yeah, you'll find I just love throwing them out there. some of the amnesia stuff, if you go back and watch on our YouTube, I have to publish them, but if you go back and watch on our YouTube, my playthrough, recently played all 3 amnesia games through, and I threw out some real early and real wild shit on there that was not even remotely true, but it was fun to throw those out, and I did nail a couple things in 1 or 2 of them. So anyway, do I want to ask about the diagnosis, or do I want to just do the? I feel like, because here's the thing. If we're doing, my instinct is to go with the nihilist one, right? Just to be like, because I want to like express to him that I fully agree he is in charge of his own emotions on the matter, and just be like, I'm with you. I do want to support you as well. You seem like a cool guy, but you're, you know what I mean? Because there's like the surely must be something we can do thing is a trope that often happens where people are trying a little too hard to care for people who are unwell or dying, and not as a way of not dealing with their own emotions around the fact that that person's dying. That's a big trope where a dying person will feel how they feel about dying, and if you try to be like, well, no, I have to help you, I have to do this, I have to be this way about it, then what you're actually doing is trying to manage their emotions around it so you don't have to manage your own.
Yeah.
But asking about the diagnosis pushes towards my theory of Tabitha and Reese having the same sickness, and Wayne. So that's fair. That's actually a really fair point, Halfbread. Yeah. Okay. All right. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't mind. The answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes.
Huh.
Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird, like this.
Oh, look at his fingers, bro. That man has the longest fingers I have seen in a long time. Whoa! Reese pulls the skin off his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Whoa! Look at that! It snaps! Ah! It makes a fucking
hyper-elasticity.
rubber band sound.
Kind of cool, right?
It's so fucking cool. I'm sorry. Genuinely, if somebody was like, had an illness where they did that and they were like, hey, but check it out and did that, I would not. Like, if they were like, ugh, I hate this thing that happens, then I would obviously be sensitive about it. But if somebody was like, isn't this cool, and did that, I'd be like, yo! You know what I mean?
Great party trick.
Some IRL families will supersede DNRs, which just do not resuscitate. What wakes up isn't a person anymore, just a body. It's the only reason I believe in souls. Yeah. Yep. Whoa. Does that not hurt?
Nope. Feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition.
Okay. I got so much to talk with him about, and I really do want to. Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. I love the fucking mystical ones. It's like you can feel something squirming beneath the paint, the brushstrokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguished being within. I feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just beyond the paint, radiating pain and anguish.
I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint, and when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out, and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. He blushed while you were complimenting him. That's very sweet. I didn't realize that, Crow. Thank you for pointing that out. Jack.
Jackie, you there?
Yeah.
Sorry, it was another line for you.
Oh, I thought this was the same one.
No.
There's some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in.
Sounds kind of like therapy? That seems healthy, probably. Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I don't know that I fully agree.
I think so. It works for me, at least.
Well, I guess that's the premise behind a significant number, not all, but a significant number of like antidepressants and bipolar medications is you feel a whole lot less of everything just so that you don't feel everything in the extreme. So I guess it makes sense for some people. Not my preferred way. Okay. I do want to talk about the movie collection. That's quite a movie collection you got. Got any Rex?
Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shino-Chi, Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away.
Hell yeah, horror movie guy.
Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested.
That sounds like fire, dude. That sounds so good. Yeah. Sorry. Ooh. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night, same goes for Henny. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. Okay, anyway. So, you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K through 12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not that far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the time some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Is that your school's just like that, Alpaca? That's interesting. Bad vibes scarves to people I don't like. That's hilarious.
Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school.
Same here. Though, to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Oof. Alright, I think that's enough of those. No, you know what? Fuck it. Your mom's scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself.
It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot.
Sorry.
It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage.
It's gotta be tough. I feel it, you know.
But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that one. She's kind of hot, chat. I'm not going to do that in front of Stella, but that's hilarious. That is hilarious, and that is hilarious, because I bet you I can romance her as an option, but I'm going with this right here. This game, see, you guys said that you missed Black Book for being unhinged. This game can be a little unhinged sometimes. I also wonder how you would take it, but we'll get there later, maybe. No, Crow. We're almost to the end of the stream. I'm sorry. They said, you fucking simps, I swear to God. Oh, my God. All right. I think we're going forward. I guess that makes sense. She's probably just worried about you and doing her best. Are you sure it's not just that I did something wrong and she's never forgotten it and will hold it against me until the day I die?
Actually, Kanika, I think she admires you. She says you have a good work ethic and she has a lot of respect for people like that.
That's sweet. Really? She really said that? Whoa. And I can't imagine how mean she must be to the people she doesn't like.
I think she's usually nicer to them. That's how you know you've really messed up.
I know those types of people. Yeah, that's true. This game is unhinged on the part of the player. It is your decision to be unhinged in this game. That's true, Stormbird. What about me? Does she say things about me?
Do you want to know?
Well, when you say it like that, no. I'll just keep imagining us as very good friends. That's funny. All right. Dinner's got to be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table.
Guess that's it for catching up.
Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. Yeah, we're adults, thank you. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door down the end of a hallway. Hey! Thank you for the follow, Stella Corvus. Welcome in. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. Sorry, I want to get the music out for this part here. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Look at the little dragon drawing over here. Happy Valentine's Day with a realistic heart. That's such a doctor thing to have. Something wants you to find it. Oh my god. Oh, somebody said scroll down a second ago. Let's see.
Wow, that's a lot.
This is very Doki Doki right now. I'm scrolling. Don't you worry, half-bred. Snap yourself out of it. You do your best to snap yourself out of it. Turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. What did Mubot do? Morocco, what the... Hey. Boo, Mubot. That's so rude. Trying to camera stream later. So yeah, no worries, half-bred. I completely understand. It's usually pretty short for my stream, thankfully, but you can kind of time it out by sending a message and then waiting to see when it pops up in the chat box. Anyway. Oh, she is staring right the fuck at us. I'm going to finish the dinner conversation chat because that was kind of spooky, and then we're going to probably take off for the night because I'm sure Jaggedy is wiped. And you got a flight tomorrow, don't you?
No, day after.
Day after. Okay, cool. All right. Back to the music, sorry. Trying to be creepy when what papped me, yeah. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative. And Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the head. Thank you for the follow, Half-Bred Chaos, of course. I should drop a follow on the off chance you make a particular choice I'm way too cowardly to make. Interesting. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? I really appreciate that Stella is like, by the way, her whole characterization is like slightly oblivious lesbian, and I adore her so much. Anyway. No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pastas, you know I... No, thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Oh.
No, that's mean. Oh my god, maybe that's it.
The first thing I said when we approached this house last night, chat, for those of you who are new here, the first thing I said when we approached this house was, I hope that this is not Munchausen by proxy. That was the first
Gypsy Rose shit.
I said, yes, when I met his mother. And I get the feeling that this is the choice that Half-Bred was just talking about when they said, in case I make a choice that you were too cowardly to make. Ha. Yes, to the Corvus, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, I have 0 self-restraint and clicked it immediately. Okay, good. In that case, I'm fucking not. That is... Because I don't think that's what's happening. I just had the weird, spooky door in the house. That feels more like that's what's happening. You know what I mean? I'm just going to make small talk. We're going to start there. Lie, the food's really good. Oh, see, this is a line that's supposed to be if I had opened the door. Oh my god. Cousin says she admired her. Admires you. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. What does happen if you pick it? Because, yeah, I want to know how quickly I get kicked out of this fucking house and how fast the relationship with her and probably him is irreparably damaged. Since I didn't go in the clinic, this feels like it is not supposed to be here in the game, and I'm not going to pick it for that reason. I'm going to play fair in that way. Does kick you out of the house faster and damage relationship with that. Yeah, Reese doesn't get mad, but he does get suspicious of his mom. I don't want to do that, because then he probably will stop taking his meds that may actually be keeping him alive. I'm not going to interfere in that. I am suspicious, don't get me wrong, but suspicious does not mean the first fucking thing I'm going to say to a woman over a dinner she just cooked me on the second time I've ever met her is, hey, are you Munchausen by proxy killing your own child, ma'am? Even if I think she is. I'm not going to fucking say that. So, anyway. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy like all kids. She doesn't give off the vibe Munchausen by proxy is. Much more about attention running. Yes, exactly, Morocco. That's the other thing. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that captured their imaginations that week. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh, God, not the squirrel.
I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something?
Thanks for being here, Beans. We're going to hop off soon, too, but we appreciate you being around so much.
Love you, Beans.
I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media and very sad about the squirrel. I used to save it for my last choice. So she kicks me out when I'm already basically done. Don't know if it's the smart choice. Choices in this game are complicated, have many consequences, brains get unexpected ways. Yeah. It's a very well-written game in that way. That's why I'm trying to do these based on what this character version of me would actually say in a situation. Because if I try to game it, I'm going to do it wrong. I had the same issue sometimes in Amnesia. I'm going to do what I would actually do in a situation, or this version of me, right? Because this is me slightly to the left is how I play the character in these, so... That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. My cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think that Tabitha could look up to anyone who wasn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She had tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Ew. Ugh, that's even worse, agreed Kaniga. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in for her yearly physical. Especially since her aunt and now her mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. Thank you for staring at me while you say that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. Superman decision chapter 2 somehow managed to have massive consequences in force. Only a few chapters out. There's no... Yeah, right, exactly, Half-Bred. And there's no way I'm going to be able to know that. And the game does a very good job of making that clear up front, too, in the first episode, so... You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. The Danger. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Somebody you know? Someone who's been following Annie around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some weird illness in the mines. He definitely looks like he could use a little medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Well, yeah, but... Why would the doctor know if the kids are okay in a mine? I'm not going to ask that one. Please contact Jubilee Duke's body yet. Well, I don't know why they would have. She's a doctor, so weird hair. This creatures is weird. Anyone come in suffering from hallucinations is good. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? Oh my god, Stella. I know, I agree. Everyone knows Wayne, but doesn't. That is suspicious to me. It feels like he doesn't really exist. Almost like he's a figment that's been implanted in people's minds, and people just kind of accept that he's there without being there. Sort of. I know that I don't think that's actually true, but that's sort of a half-baked version of what I'm thinking. I just don't know how to put it into words. If Wayne were a zombie, his body didn't turn up here for an autopsy. She sounds Cornersville GP. Very good point, Half-Bred. My ass goes real right now. I'm not gonna see the way. It could help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation into what? The mine collapse? I think this is best left to professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that, and treat it as the tragic accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Sick animals. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet.
Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week?
Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way.
You said it had lumps.
Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some kind of a cow disease. It's not something I've done research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new, horrible disease to my chronically ill son. She has a point. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who have unusual symptoms? Anyone who seems sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I have barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mind, why don't you just have Annie ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. That's fair. You are fair. You are right. Okay. Small talk. What? Oh, I already did small talk. That's right. There's no one in this town of two parents. I'm not gonna say that. That's really fucking rude. Even though it's also talking about myself. But Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud.
Thanks, Doc.
That's very sweet, honestly. I think that's the last one I'm going to get to, because that feels like I'm treading a little too close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is the last line towing I'm going to do here. It must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us just have to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Smack. Ow. Jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality.
You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me.
We'll see how you feel in an hour. Yeah, that does also sound a little Munchausen, a little him being poisoned-y. It's not Munchausen, though, is the thing, because you're right. It doesn't have the rest of the symptoms of Munchausen by proxy, which is her seeking money or attention. She's not doing it to benefit herself. So whatever it is, it's not Munchausen by proxy. It could be, she could still be poisoning him, though. Anyway. Yeah. It is interesting that, nobody in this town seems to call their parents mom or dad either, other than Kanika, I think. With living parents, I should say. Remains quickly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls.
So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Annie's still in town.
We'll have to see how you're feeling.
I can handle a movie, Doc.
Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. That is why you keep getting sick.
If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change.
He's not wrong.
I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over.
He stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silences. Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. We can't just leave him like this. Factitious disorder. I have to look into that. What does Rosalina call Oscar? Rosalina does call him dad, actually. I think you're correct about that, Possum. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. Fuck yeah, is starting to sound a little sketchier. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. but all any of you would do is get in the way. Excuse me? Excuse me, get in the way? I don't like that phrasing. So just leave, please. Fuck, that's really tough. That's really tough. Any opinions here? Because don't think I don't know something is up here.
But what are you gonna get from even letting her know that you're suspicious?
That's also fair. But part of the thing, the only reason I'm thinking about it, but like, less point being confrontation reason here, that's fair. Part of my thing is that one of the things the game says is that the game learns about you from your choices. So if you don't tell it that you're suspicious, the game will not know you're suspicious and give you options to be suspicious later sometimes. Like, that's kind of a way that it said things earlier, and that's a way a couple things have happened in the last couple chapters. But I think you're right. I think there is no reason to be confrontational without him in front of her. I feel like, I don't know, being slightly accusational, but not directly. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he is very much not fine. Now leave. Hopefully that'll give me whatever it is. 3 of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. We're going to get through this conversation here. Dr. Kelly's hiding something. Or... oh, that says Explorer, which means I can come back to this page after, so great. The door to the clinic had the same draw as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there. I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Annie's got. Okay, Dr. Kelly's hiding something. I'm sorry if that damaged my relationship with Stella, but Dr. Kelly's fucking hiding something, and I'm not gonna not say it. You're right. This is fishy. I feel like maybe my fear of that woman is more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting. We wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. All right. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. As long as there's nothing revelatory next time I click here, we will be done. But I'm just hoping Gretchen's not missing from the van. I need to know. Oh, and okay, we did get over here. Beautiful! Okay, time to save then, because I will free Jackie D from being kept up by all of this. There we go. All right.
I'm digging this story, man.
This
really
game
cool.
is so fucking cool. It's very well written. The art is beautiful. I am having such a fucking amazing time. I am stretching. Holy shit. It's probably good for me to get out of this goddamn chair too. Chat, do a posture check on your goddamn selves right now. Hydrate or dehydrate. Take your meds if you need them. All of the things. I am going to check if we have anybody to raid. But thank you guys so much for being here. We really, really appreciate everyone for coming through and everything else. Do I want to send you over? 2 of my favorite DVD people are online right now. One of them is Luna Girl X, who is currently playing Drunk by Daylight. She's doing a drinking stream. The other one is the Australian wonder himself, Kyle TG, who's very funny. I think Kyle's going to be going for longer, so I'm leaning that way. He's also got fewer viewers right now, and I know that, yeah, I'm going to send you to Kyle because I know that he needs the money right now. He is looking for some of that. So please give a hearty hello to Kyle TG when we get there. Ooh, I have caps lock on. Make sure that works. Is that the right one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. In case you don't know, or if you're new around here, my name is Annie. I use she, her pronouns. I am an audio editor at The Rusty Quill who worked on the Magnus Archives, and a musician, a bunch of other things. There's all my info in chat right there. Across from me over there, the other PNG tuber with the cat ears is Mr. Jackie D, he, him pronouns. There's all his info in chat right there. If you want to know more about the community, if you want to find out when we're going to stream, help occasionally decide what we stream through a poll, and in general, just join a really amazing community, please go to our Discord, which is at this link right here. And as I mentioned, VODs, I really... Oh, Meat Rice is a good... Yeah, Meat Rice, and then spam emojis if you're... spam channel emojis if you're subscribed to my channel. Oh, and then Naomi's here. She's a voice actress from Trice Forgotten, which just ended. You should go listen to it. And if you want to watch my Amnesia playthroughs, they're on the YouTube. I have to publish a couple more videos from it, but that's a really good place to start, watching me do the same kind of puzzling things out as I'm doing here. And that's the link right there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Once again, the raid phrase is Meat Rice, and spam some emojis.
Meat Rice.
Jackie DL, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Love you, Naomi.
All right, good time zone, everybody. Goodbye.
Peace.